Hi everybody, welcome back to Zephyr Travels. I'm Randy.
And I'm Diane.
And today we have a brand new DirtGARD total filtration system that was sent to us by CLEAR2O that we're going to check out and share with you our thoughts. And we're actually at a campground this weekend. So we're going to put this to use and see how it works. And we'll come back to you at the end of the weekend to share how well it worked.
Zephyr Travels has given away the new CLEAR2O DirtGARD total filtration system, the ultimate 2-in-1 total filtration system valued at $110.99. So stay tuned to the end of this video to find out how you can win.
So ready to open it up?
Yep.
Official YouTube knife. Well, YouTubers always make this big production about having this giant knife, and they go, let's open it up. So that's what I'm doing.
They even give you a tool.
Yeah. This is interesting. So this is to, open it up. And like this.
Isn't that cute?
So this is the whole filtration system. And for comparison, you hold that up. This is their old filtration system, but then you had to put this on it in here, like this. And so this was your total filtration system. So this is considerably smaller.
It's a new all-in-one unit, which they just introduced.
Yeah, and you have this filter, which you'd have to replace, and then inside here, there's a filter here. So this is your sediment filter. It gets the sand and other items out of the water. And this is your carbon filter, and it's a 5-micron carbon filter. So this new setup is all in one. So if we open up the top, here's your sediment filter right here. And it's the exact same filter as in the other one, so they're replaceable. But they're also very easy to clean. You can back flush it with water and it will clean it. And that's what this is for. Screw it on here and you run water backwards through it. Sort of like how you do a swimming pool. Then this side, this is the carbon filter for it. And this is replaceable. And let's see what it is. I think it's 5 microns, if I'm correct. Yes. So it's a 5-micron carbon block. Uses a lot less plastic. So a little more environmentally friendly than this filter. This, by the way, is also their new 2-in-1 filter, and it's a compact setup, but this is totally disposable. And so, if you wanted to get something that's going to last longer and uses less, more environmentally friendly, this is a better setup. So it looks pretty straightforward. They also sent us a package of replacement filters. And basically the way this would work, this is perfect for like how we travel, where we're in the trailer for quite a period of time.
Right.
And we're hooked up. So this is a longer term filtration setup. If you're just going for a weekend or something, this 2-in-1 filter would probably be fine and get you through a summer. For us, this will get us through 6 months. Replace these every couple of months or whatever. Depends what you feel you need. And then clean out the other filter in it. And I think you'd be fine. So they do give us a little adapter hose.
These water filters are also multifunctional. So you can use them in your RV or your travel trailer. You can use them on your boat or in your water softener. So, it gives you a lot of flexibility in how you use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you had a farm or something where you had livestock and you were using the hose to fill their water, you could put one of these on there and make sure your livestock, you know, your pets or whatever would have better water.
Right.
So lots of different capability. So let's say we go hook this up.
Okay.
Always recommend when you hook into your water, no matter where you are, always use the water pressure regulator. And I always like to use a Y, and the idea is it'll allow you to release the back pressure from the water when you're on hook. So I'll start with the Y. Then the water pressure regulator. Make sure everything's turned off. Now the new filter.
And then you hook up your hose.
Yep. And I always like to use, I like this hose because it stays flexible. It doesn't kink up as much as the white hoses you typically see. Now, with any time you do a new water filter, you want to purge it a little bit. You want to run a little water out because you're going to get a little bit of carbon coming out of it. So you're going to run it. Yeah, you can see a little black at first. Just to purge out the filter, make sure water runs clear before you hook it up. Also will eliminate a lot of the air going into your system. So come over on Airstream here and connect it. Neaten up my hose a little bit. Turn on the water pressure, and we are all set. Now, the one nice thing about this filter being a 5 micron, it won't restrict the water flow as much as the 0 micron, or the 1 micron filter that they offer. So it should give you good water flow and good filtration because there's a lot of area there on that filter.
Okay.
So let's give it a try and we'll report back after the week. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to some video I did a few weeks ago where we had a whole bunch of CLEAR2O products. I'm going to walk through a whole bunch of those products and share that with you. And then we'll come back at the end of this video and show you our thoughts on how this filter works.
Okay.
As you can see here, our friends at CLEAR2O, Barbara and Keith, have sent us an assortment of product that I want to share with you. Like I said, we really like their products. We've been using their products for the last 6 years since we met them in 2019 at the Florida RV Super Show, and we've connected with them a few other times since then. But they've always been great. They've always reached out to us to send us new product, and we have new product here that I want to share with you. But I also want to talk about their existing products and how you can use their products to help you maintain your water tank so that you can use the water. And like I said, something that really bugs me is that so many people say they don't drink the water out of their water tank. And I'm thinking it's not that hard to maintain it, to clean it, to make sure that it is safe and sanitary to use. And we're going to talk about some of those products right now. One of the products that I want to talk about is this Tank Fresh tank shock treatment. Now this is a concentrated treatment that will give your tank, help to refresh your tank if the water's been sitting in it for a while. And the best way I can describe this is, if you've ever had a swimming pool, you know what it's like, how you manage your swimming pool. You use chlorine or other products on a daily basis, and you check the pH and you make sure it's okay. But sometimes that pH gets out of line and you have to shock it. You know, you're starting to get a little green or something in there, or maybe it's the spring and you know the water hasn't been used for a while and you need to come in and shock it. That's what this stuff does. But it's designed to be safe, and it's not going to harmful to you so that you can drink it. It's not bleach. It's one of the biggest things to take out of this. This is not a bleach product. Now you use about, what is it, 2 ounces? Yeah, you use about 1 fluid ounce for every 10 gallons. So for our tank on our Airstream, we would need to use 4 fluid ounces. And when would I use this? When the water's been sitting in my tank for a while and I haven't used it. Like right now, we are traveling to a lot of parks that allow us to hook up to city water. I always make sure I have a full tank, because with an Airstream, you want a full tank when you're going down the road, because it gives you that lower center of gravity. And you don't want a partial tank because you don't want the water to slosh around and move back and forth, which would cause the trailer to sway. A full tank of water on an Airstream actually reduces sway. Now this may be different for other type of RVs depending on where your water tank is. On an Airstream, the water tank is actually one of the lowest points in the trailer. So I travel with a full tank of water. So when do I use this? I use this on probably about a monthly basis. If I haven't used the water in there in a while, I will put a few ounces of this, in my case 4 ounces, into the tank, and that will refresh the tank. If I'm using my water on a regular basis, then I want to use this freshwater treatment. And basically what this is a milder solution that you want to put in every time you add water. And it just helps to make sure that that water that you're adding into your tank is sanitary. And it kills off any bacteria or anything in there. Again, no bleach. It is, it's basically stuff that you can consume once it's diluted within your water tank at the amounts that they recommend. So I put this in. This goes 1 ounce for every 20 gallons. So I would put 2 ounces in. And the way I do that is I use this old water bottle. I cut a hole in it. Basically use it as a funnel, and it kind of sticks in there nicely. I can put the product in there and it goes right into my water tank easily. There are other ways to do that, and I'll talk about them in a little bit. Now they have a third item which I don't have here, and that item is called, it's a water tank and system flush. And this is the stuff that you want to use after your RV's been in storage for the winter and your tank has been emptied. You bring it out and you're going to flush your trailer or your tank with this. And I don't have it here, but we did put a video out on this product last year. So I'm going to link that video up above and you can watch it. So now that we've talked about maintaining the water in the tank, let's talk about putting the water in so that it is clean. The first thing you want to use is a filter similar to this. This is a solid carbon filter. Now, you can buy these things in every color. You see a lot of the blue ones around there. But the difference between CLEAR2O's solid carbon filter and the others is that it's a solid filter. And the way this has been explained to me is the other filters are granular. And as you force water through them, the water is going to make little paths through there. And it's not going to have the percentage of contact that you get with a solid carbon filter. This filter is a 1 micron filter, and that allows the water to have contact with the carbon for a longer period of time. And what that does is it draws out more of the chlorine and other things that give you bad odors and bad taste in your water. So I start with this. If you do nothing else, get one of these. But we have better options. The next step up is this DirtGARD filter. Now, they've had this filter out for a few years, and I really like it. What I like about this is that this is a pre-settlement filter, meaning it's going to take out the larger items out of your water. And some of those are going to be sand and dirt and other items like that. Now, if I pop it open, you can see it has a very large filter in here. This is a 10 micron filter, and this will attach right to the water faucet at your campsite. Typically use one of these hose adapters to it, just to give it some flexibility. And then you will take your carbon filter and attach it inside, like this. And this becomes your full filtration setup. Leave it together. Like I said, this is a 10 micron filter, but you can get a 20 micron replacement filter. You can also flush this filter. And the way you do that is you remove the carbon filter, and they give you this little adapter. And this screws in here, and it allows you to attach a hose here and back flush it. And that will flush out a lot of the dirt and such, and it extends the life of this filter. The one we're using on the Airstream right now, I've had that one in place since the first of the year. And when we packed up after being at the campground we stayed at for the winter, I flushed that filter out, and a lot of sediment and dirt and everything came out of it. I was really surprised. Now, you can buy these filters just like this, or you can actually buy them in a kit. And this kit comes with both of these filters. It comes with a wall mount that you can hang the filter up in your RV someplace in your storage compartment, a wrench, the back flush, the 10 micron filter. This kit comes with a 5 micron carbon filter, and I didn't mention, but these are available both in 1 micron and 5 micron, and these are available in 10 and 20. But this is basically everything you need to get going in one nice handy little kit. So if you don't have anything, that might be your starting point. CLEAR2O has sent us a brand new product that I want to share with you. This is their new 2-in-1 filter. This has a 15 micron pre-filter built into it and a 10 micron carbon filter. So not as high of a level as these two, this being a 1 micron filter and this being a 10. This is available in a 5 micron variant, and this is available in a 20 micron. This kind of hits the middle ground with a 15 micron filter and a 10 micron carbon filter. But as you can see, it's the same size design as this, but if I were to cut this open, you would see in here is a pre-filter, and in this section is the carbon filter. This is a great option for when you're traveling and you want to be able to set up quickly. I would have one of these on my hose with a water pressure regulator, and I can easily quickly connect this on, connect my hose onto it. I'm ready to go. Speaking of water pressure regulators, I can't stress enough that you really need to have one. Recently, we were camping at a campground. It was in December in Virginia. There weren't very many people at that campground. I don't know if that had an effect on it or not, but I hooked up. We were only going to be there for a night, and I hooked up without a water pressure regulator. And I want to show you what it did to the water filter and what it possibly could have done to the Airstream. This is the water filter that I had on that day. The water pressure was over 100 psi. So you can see it literally blew this filter apart. I had just bought this filter that fall and it basically destroyed it. Now the good thing is, if I open this up, this part is still usable and it's in good shape, so I can save this for the future, but all of this is junk. So if I would have used a water regulator on here, I wouldn't have had this issue. And I have water pressure regulators. I've got one like this that I use quite a bit. I use this one mostly when we are at a campground where I need to control how much water we are consuming. And I want to lower that down to a lower pressure than what's at the faucet. I want to lower considerably down. I typically set this at 40 psi. That way, when I take a shower, I'm not consuming as much water into my tank. And if I don't have full hookups, this is a great way for me to extend the number of days we can stay. We are currently at a state park with just water and electric. We are on our 7th day. We're going to do 8 days here without having to dump the tanks. Another option, if you don't want to go that route, is to get one of these regulators here. I asked CLEAR2O to send me this one after I had this issue. And I asked CLEAR2O to send me this filter because after I had this issue here, I wanted to show you a simple filter that you could use. It's not complicated. These things are set at 50 psi. I connect it to the short hose. And for our traveling, when we're just going to pull into a place for a night, I'm using the 2-in-1 filter now. And I will attach here. And this becomes a real compact, easy to use and set up filter system that I can just throw in my compartment with my hose. When I get there, thread this end onto the water faucet and my hose onto here, and I'm ready to go. And I'm not messing around with this combination, which takes up a little bit more room. So this combination is more effective, but it takes up a little bit more room. Now I will always have this because if I'm going to be at a place for any length of time, like we are here, we're here for 8 days, this is what I want to use. Better filtration. Also, get this out of the way. Anytime I put water in my water tank, it goes through this. So if we are at home and I'm filling my tank up, getting ready to go, this is connected. If we're on the road and I fill the tank up, I'm going through this. The biggest thing I want to make sure is that I don't put anything in my tank that's going to stay there. And I don't want any sediment, I don't want any dirt, any sand, or anything like that. And I want the water to go through a carbon filter to eliminate any odors. I'm also going to add this Tank Fresh. Maybe not this one here, the water, freshwater treatment. I'm going to add that in there too to make sure that the water is clean and stable without any bacteria or anything. So this is my recommendation for water filtration. A couple of other little things that I keep on hand. Like I showed you, I have one of these splitters. I will put that on here and attach this to the tap. And the reason I do that is this allows me to turn off the faucet at the campground and then drain the pressure off before I take the hoses off so I don't get sprayed. The other thing I always make sure to have are some of these. These are the hose gaskets, but this one has a little mesh screen on it. I like these because they help get any larger pieces of sediment out of the line. You can see the water filter has one there too. So these items that CLEAR2O have sent us, we are going to be giving away at a rally coming up this weekend. Now, By the time you see this video, that will already have happened. But we have 2 other rallies this year that we are going to that CLEAR2O has offered to send product to for us to give away. So if you happen to be going to the Sampson Rally in August, we will have some product there that we will give away at the rally to some lucky people. And if you are part of Region 2 and you're going to the International Rally in York, Pennsylvania, and you go to the International Region 2 Luncheon, CLEAR2O has sponsored some product for that too. So there's opportunities there to get some of this product and try it out. Don't wait for us to give this stuff away to you. If you're getting ready for the camping season now, you want to get some of these items to be ready for for your summer of camping. If you tend to travel around a lot, I think this combination with the 2-in-1 filter is a great way to go. Make sure you have a water pressure regulator on here and you're set. If you tend to park your trailer and you're in one place for a little longer, then this is a good option. And there are different levels of filtration that you can get. You can get 10 micron and 20 micron for the DirtGARD, and a 1 micron or a 5 micron for the carbon filter, depending on what the water pressure you have. If you don't have high water pressure, the higher filter microns will help you have more water pressure. Well, our weekend here at the KOA is over, and I wanted to follow up on what we thought of the water filter after using it for the weekend. This is the DirtGARD Total Filtration System, and I actually think it works great. We've used it all weekend. I didn't notice any difference in water pressure. We do use a water pressure regulator, so it was right about where I expected to be. Its shower was plenty of water for shower, and everything else we needed water for. We've been drinking the water. We've made ice cubes with the water. And that's one of the things that we do. It's important to us is that we want to be able to use the water in our RV, including the tanks. So we use CLEAR2O's products to maintain our water system and to make sure that our water is good for drinking and for every use that we need it for. So I'm very pleased with that. Here's a glass of water and ice cubes from this filter. And it's great. There's no aftertaste or anything like that. It's nice, clear, very good tasting water. So I appreciate that. And it's good to be able to know that no matter where I go, using this whole family of CLEAR2O filter systems, I'm always going to have good water. But for an Airstreamer like us, this is great because it's very compact. The filter units are replaceable. So this is a carbon, 5 micron carbon filters that you can replace it with. This is a 20 micron sediment filter, but this also has a 10 micron sediment filter in here, which is fine. I think that's actually better. You can easily just unscrew the top, remove the filter, and put in a new one. The same thing with the carbon filter on the bottom. That just pops right out and you're all set to go. So I like this. I like that capability. Now you could say, well, why not just use this? And this is perfectly fine. You can use this. The big difference between this and this is the size. Obviously, this unit is much longer. You're carrying 2 pieces. You've got to replace this. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive to replace this. These filters run, I think 2 of them for 50 bucks or about 25 bucks a piece. That's not bad. We've got somebody coming, so we've got to stop for a minute.
Randy had a technical issue with the video, so that is why I am here to tell all of you how one of our viewers of this video can win a CLEAR2O DirtGARD Total Filtration System, the ultimate 2-in-1 filtration system. All you need to do is to be a subscriber, or if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe to our channel, Zephyr Travels, like this video, and leave a comment on this video and include the word CLEAR2O in the comments between July 13th and July 31st, 2025. The winner will be chosen at random from the comments on this video with the word CLEAR2O received during the relevant dates. Only 1 entry per subscriber will be considered. Odds of winning will depend on the number of entries that we received. The winner will be notified by Zephyr Travels on August 5th, 2025, in a response to the winning person's comment. No personal information will be requested from the winner in the comments. Arrangements to receive the CLEAR2O DirtGARD total filtration system will then be made. Official giveaway rules are in the description of this video.
Well, I hope you've learned something about water filtration in this video. If you did, please like this video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. We do all kinds of videos, travel videos, how-to videos, videos like this where we share some product knowledge. And until the next time, everybody, we'll see you down the road. Take care.